DC, also interesting, if you had the ETH Treasury, how would you go in terms of creating revenue streams? Do whatever with Pulse Chain. Let's pretend a total fantasy. Oh, that's a great question. So obviously, let's take a look at like where we're at in terms of the ETH strategic reserve, right? So this is a really great question, man. This guy's coming with great questions. All right, so obviously I think he's talking about the Pulse Chain stack, right? So we've got about 166,300 and change Ethereum, essentially, right? Which is equal to right now about a little bit $7 million shy, or $6.2 million shy of $800 million. So basically the main strat would be probably staking about like 100,000 to like probably 150,000 Ethereum of that, staking it in validators. And that 150,000 Ethereum would generate anywhere probably like 3% yield, give or take, right? So if we just do the quick math on that, right? So basically that would generate about 4,500 Ethereum per year in yield. That yield could be used. So let's look again. Okay, so it's about 4,500 Ethereum would be 3% yield on 150,000 of that. Obviously, some will keep liquid, just so you have some to move funds around for the stack. One thing that the Pulse Chain stack could do is just keep staking the yield every year and just keep growing the stack. So in about 1 year, this would grow to about 170,000. Next year 174,000, and just slowly over the years. I mean, like it creep towards 180 by the starting of the next bull run. Basically, that could be a strat right there for the Pulse Chain stack wallet, where over like 3 years we can get about 12,000 Ethereum in the stack. Basically, not bad, right? The other strategy you could do with that is you use that money to essentially fund the ecosystem and pump the tokens effectively, right? So if I were to look at, like, let's just say at that income right there, right? Let's look at Ethereum. That's current price of Ethereum right now. That $4,500 of Ethereum would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about $21 million of purchasing power you would essentially get. To basically prop up coins, basically. Most pumps that happen in Pulse Chain have pretty much happened over about like $1 million to $3 million of purchases. So it sounds like, yeah, both strategies would be used. It makes more sense in the bear market to collect the Ethereum, basically, right? But as the prices are going up, like I think that Ethereum could just have been saved up, used and saved, and then put through, like what you want to do with them with the income is all that money to be put through Tornado.cash. And then the money to be bridged in over time when needed, basically, and to help just kind of like push along the system and increase prices, basically. So effectively, that $21 million equals up into about let me do that. The Pulse Chain stack money could be used just interest alone off of just yield, about a $1,750,000 of purchasing power per month. That could be used strategically. Obviously, it doesn't have to be used every month. It'll be a strong month and Ethereum's pumping. It's kind of stupid to use it at that point. But during like kind of muddled months, like that money can be saved up. Let's just say the money doesn't have to be used for 4 months as an example. Then there's a $7 million buy that they could do to really spur along the economy. Essentially, could be used to pump the ink token to increase yields. That's a great way to kind of use the money. Buy up a shit ton of the ink supply, 7 million ink, which that would be interesting, right? Let's look at that real quick, right? Let's look at ink real quick. Let's go to Pulse Chain. Where's ink? Ink right here, right? So we got the ink supply here, right? So let's just say the price is pumped a little bit. Ink's at $5, but let's just say it's right here. It's 7. They like 4 months from now, right? They're like ink's being used, right? 1,